going on, you guys? They tried to fight me. They tried to fight me. All right, how you guys doing? How are you guys doing? What is going on? How does my mic sound? Put a one in the chat if my mic is okay. I know this is something that had to be, had to be something like that. Here we go. Hey, Gail at night, what is going on? How you doing, sis? Jenny Marie, my man Wally, how are you guys doing? Y'all are up in the house. How are you guys doing? The mic is good. Thanks. All right. So look, we gonna get some things popping here. We gonna get some things popping here, and we're gonna get some music playing. We're gonna do it like that. Um, we'll do some things like that. And so, listen, you guys might want to get a few notes out. Um, and we're gonna do some things here. And let me go ahead and get you guys straight. Get you guys straight. Let me see. We'll go from here. Right. So what I'm gonna have to do is do like this. So I'm glad you guys are here, man. Thank you so much for supporting me. Really loving you guys right now for that. I know it's been a long time coming, but when you research and do a lot of things, I try to look like the picture, y'all. Stop laughing. I try to look like the picture a little bit, right? So as you can see, I didn't let that get to me because you guys are important to me that are here and that are going to be watching. Here's the thing. This is a series called about Know Yourself. You have to know yourself, okay? And so when people, when they do that, you want me to put it at 20? Gail, let me see what we got. Let me see. Is it too low, Gail, or is it too? Tell me what you got. Core Facts, how you doing? I think I have the music, if I'm not mistaken, Gail, it's like halfway. It's at 50. I don't know if that helps you guys. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I just do know it can overpower sometimes. So we're gonna get into this. As you can see, this is the U series. So welcome. I appreciate you guys coming. Thank you guys for coming on a Saturday. Let me get the rest of these lights on. I'm like Mr. Rogers here. Let me get the lights on. Next gonna be tomorrow. Let me change my coat, right? All right, so this is the U series. I think it's very important to know who you are. So I deliberately dressed like this, and I had wore clothes like this and music going because we are talking about things that are somewhat dark to others. And back to you, Gail. Above 20 is usually too high. So is it too high? Can y'all hear me, or do I need to cut it down some before I get into it? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what is popping. We'll go from there. I want to make sure you guys can hear me, because what I'm going to talk about is going to be very touchy for some people. So got Gail right here. We got my man Wally in the show. What is going on? Jenny Marie, Marina, 6913. My people are here. Oh my goodness, y'all. Just you guys alone, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. Back to the U series. So what I wanted to do is talk about. Okay, I got you. So the music can be lowered. Okay, so let's go there. Let's handle that. Let's see. Let's go to 20, like Gail said. She is a master at this. Y'all, I'm listening to Gail. How is that, guys? Is that better? That better. I got on like 20 just or that a bit high. So I put it at 20, Gail. How does that sound? I don't call it S streaming. Y'all say struggle streaming. I'm not claiming it because I got the best in here helping me. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it one bit with people like this having my back. Okay, thanks, Gail. Thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. So back to the U series. A lot of people. Here's the monologue of it. A lot of people. We go into relationships and we end up with all these digital chambers that we've been in or spaces, and we're talking about the same thing. What I mean by the same thing is that we're talking about relationships. Um, you know, it's almost like finances. We were not taught how to balance the books, but some of us, and let me use an example. Melanie Hobson, who's married to George Lucas, she said by her mother and them getting evicted all the time, when she got her first apartment, she would pay her phone bill 3 months in advance and pay her rent like 2 to 3 months or 6 months in advance. Why? Because she didn't want the past to become who she was then or the future. So I thought that was a great point. So here's the thing. Listen, we get into these relationships, and sadly, it's proven. Gail's here to prove that. Everybody in this chat is here to prove that. This is all we're talking about. We're always talking about how crazy somebody is, or we're trying to diagnose somebody and we're not even Dr. Phil, right? But by me watching all this time, it gets to the point to where I understand why. And you keep talking to people, you keep listening to people, especially as a life coach. I've trained my ear and just learn how to listen. You have to learn yourself at some point in life. It can get hard, trust me. So, if we don't learn that, it can be very detrimental to us personally and to our career. So, here's the first questions. That's why I was telling you guys to get some notes out. We're gonna pop it like this. I would you say Dr. Phil, not even a doctor. So anybody at any age can watch this. I don't do any cursing up here. There's no need for it, because we also found out that you will never be nothing. You just like so and so. You're stupid is way more worse than a cuss word could ever be. So I don't see it. I have used it. I might get on my high horse one day and use the S word, or it definitely won't be fornication under consent of the king. That's where that word came from. That's just a little footnote. But up here, we just do things professionally, and we try to help each other and be a village. So here's the first question. Some of you guys can write down. I'm gonna keep it up here while I talk about it. How have your feelings and your emotions helped you become the person you are now? These are questions that I want to ask people, or I want you to see, or ask yourself in case you don't get help or you're not able to get help. You can ask yourself these questions. These are the same questions that I would use also in a life coach session. But hey, Mike can't afford a life coach or whatever it might be. That's what I'm here for, is to give you things that people don't have access to deal with yourself while you're by yourself. I have to ask my self a lot of times. My feelings and emotions continue to grow me. I can't speak for anybody else, but they continue to grow me. And that's because of the school of life. The school of life is the school of all schools. I don't care if you have more degrees than a thermometer. There's no school like life itself. And the only way out of life is death. So we got to live in this. But I believe in everybody if they want to change. People have to understand when it comes to this, your feelings and your emotions. Emotions means to stir up. That's exactly what it means. If you look it up back in the 15th century, it means to stir up. Stir up. So, sorry if I said that wrong. So, if that's the case, we're going to get into it in a few minutes. Um, you need to find out what stirs you up. Now, your emotions, your feel, some people kind of coincided with your feelings. Oh, you always in your feelings. Well, sometimes it's good to be in your feelings, but then we can go back to, for those that read, or any book that you read, but the book I grew up reading was the Bible, Ecclesiastes 3. There's a time and place for everything. So you have to know to where to differentiate certain things in certain situations and subjects, which equals to what? Your feelings and your emotions. But the question is now where you are, if you're 10, if you're 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, I don't care how old you are watching this. How did it make you who you are now? And do you like who you are now? What these things, these are just some of the attributes, because I did not include also the physical aspect that comes to equal these. It's almost like a math problem. You guys get it? You get to a point where something physically happens, then you have a feeling about it, and then there's an emotion, right? So once we get that, you have to ask yourself, uh, you know, who am I now? How did this make me as a person now? And so, with me asking myself those questions and it helping me and other life coaches where we practice on each other, or me reading books, I was able to zero focus in on me and stop thinking that everybody else was a problem. Because my wife constantly reminded me for years, you have to realize everybody does not think like you. It was a mic drop. And of course, she said it in a subtle voice. She didn't have to raise her voice or nothing. That's the power of a woman, of a wife that listens to her husband, or a husband who listens to his wife who might be on, on YouTube. But here's the thing. Where are you now? What type of person have you become up to this point with these two things in your life? Right? Um, and just that's just one of the questions I wanted to pose to get you guys to thinking, to know you, to learn you. Because once you get these two things, you can learn how to not master your emotions or feelings, but know how to deal with them. I don't like using the word master because I don't think you can ever master your emotions. That's all you just focus on doing, but we have too much going on in life. So I like being realistic. These two things is the thing I want you guys to sit back. And if you saw the thumbnail, it says under my picture on the right, face the mirror. I want you to look at these first two things and ask, answer yourself, where and how has this made you, help you become the person you are now? And what can you do about it? All right. So let me go back to the chat right quick. The world class, what is going on? So let me say this why I'm here. So everybody that's here, let me see, Gail, Jenny Marie, because y'all know I cannot do this live. So y'all will be having wrenches. I just let y'all know. Just much love to all of y'all. I know World Class has one, and Suzette is the only ones that have one. You two, Gail is like the queen. So y'all know I don't. I'm gonna make that happen after the thing because I don't know how to do it now. Y'all might explain it in the chat. I'm just saying, rookie here. But those are the things, and I appreciate you guys really being here because you guys mean a lot to me. Because it's Saturday morning. You guys don't have to be here. You could be out enjoying whatever you're enjoying. So once again, I take nothing lightly. Thank all of you guys that are watching, that are live will hear me in the chat, and let's keep moving on. So let's go to the next question. And matter of fact, let me go back to you, Jenny Marie. Jenny Marie says, I have noticed in myself now when my emotions are irrational or unwarranted in a particular moment, I've been able to reel back and course correct. See, and that right there comes with growth, right? It comes with growth when you're able to do that as a person. And you can almost look back at yourself and be like, man, the old me. And that's how you can see yourself, you know, where you've come from. Yes, world class. They are mod royalty. Sorry about that interruption, guys. But that's a great point, Jenny Marie, and a lot of us, we don't deal with it for some reason, or we wait to the breaking point, and when it's broken, if it's like glass, you can't put all of it exactly back together, right? So that's a great point, Jenna Marie. I really do like that. Thank you. And going back to my comments, Wally, all you guys, thank you for being here. So let's go here. So here's the next question. It's a tough one, but it needs to be asked. The question is, what is hard for you that would make you a better person? Other words, what is hard for you to do that you know that's worth doing, but you're not doing it to make you a better person? I'm not talking about getting the accolades or, oh, Noble and Gail can see that Bernard doing better. I'm not doing it for that. I have to do it for me first, right? I had a pretty much a almost perfect situation going on, and everything has to be perfect. Felt like I didn't have nothing to say. This was been taking me so long to do this. So now I'm doing exactly this. What is hard for you that would make you a better person? This makes me a better person. I just didn't talk to Noble about it. I didn't talk to Gail about it. I didn't talk to Uncle Stu about it. I didn't talk to Intentional Millionaire about it. I did talk to my wife about it. So I'm publicly saying that now. I'm doing that right now as we speak. This was hard for me. I felt like I had nothing to say. I felt like I could not I can only give gems here and there. So I actually wrote this out within a day and a half, if not shorter, because I put my mind to it. And Noble is in the background, like, man, you have something to say. My wife is in the background, you have something to say. Gail's been pushing me since January. Um, a lot of you guys been in the background. Intentional Millionaire, Uncle Stu, they've been on me slightly, and they all pull back, but they let me come in my own time. I really appreciate you guys for that. And so this is a question that you need to ask yourself for your life, for your personal life and what's going on, because this can change your life. Noble knows what I'm talking about, and Noble said this to me, and I think he said this on the chat publicly, but he said the same thing. He hated coming on camera. Like, I get it. I get it. The world is looking at you. The world sees you. And this is a digital footprint for life that when we are passed away, our kids and kids' will be able to see us. So ask yourself these questions. Write them down. Come back through the chat, to the channel. What is hard for you that would make you a better person? Just think about that for a moment. Just sit on it. Think deeply on it if you need to. Take time for yourself. You have to do you. I had to learn that. I didn't start getting massages until like last year. Oh my God. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Right? I walk every weekend with my best friend. We walk around the lake. He was the best man in my wedding, and we try to get a group of us to do that. And we just walk the lake as men. We just chill. So going off of those footnotes, equal up to this if you can, people. What is hard for you that would make you a better person, right? So we're gonna go back to the comments right now so I can keep engaged with you guys. Okay, here we go. Jen Marie is giving it to me. Be more rational with my nutrition. I love cookies, like our brother Ingram. I'm nutritional barometer of my household, and I have to do better. Let me tell you something, Jen Marie. I used to buy a bucket of Pillsbury cookies. Ask my wife, ask my niece. I was baking a half a dozen a day with the bucket you get from BJ. Stop playing with me, chocolate chip. Talk about what? So I haven't bought the bucket except one time this year, so I'm doing good. And it got to the point, and before that, it was Reese cups. Oh my God, I would freeze them. But when I bought the box of Reese cups, like you could sell, like 20 in a box or something like that, when I had them, I wouldn't want them. It was crazy. So, Jenny Marina, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I've lost over 30 pounds. I'm steady losing pounds. I'm trying to lose maybe about 5 to 10 more pounds where I'm supposed to be. And my wife and everybody saying I'm looking like crackhead, but I'm enjoying all my pants being loose. I know that sounds crazy, but that was something hard that I had to do. It helped with my gout. It helped with my sugar levels. It helped with my cholesterol. Um, I drink Metamucil now, per my doctor. He was at the top of his class, smart brother, cum laude, just like I don't even know why he was in school. It's like he slept in class and he was. And so I drink that for my fiber. I do a lot of things that I had to change, and I had to do about. I haven't used the microwave, at least at my house. I know they do in restaurants, but at my house, probably going on 2 or 3 years now. If you take the water from a microwave and pour it on a plant, and it would die. If you boil the water and pour it on the plant, it survives. I can't make this up. Scientifically saw it, blew my mind. Just saying, little stuff like that. So I have a bit toaster oven. So yes, Jenny Marie, that is very powerful. I do know that world class. Um, he lost weight. He was telling me how big he was. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, you won't. He was like, yes, I was. Right. So, oh, them cookies though. Like my brother Ingram, yes. Big shout out to Ingram, And the world class says gratitude is hard for me. Why? Because I always look for the next fight, task, problem, and simply never take the time to be grateful. I'm appreciative, easy. Gratitude, I suck. LOL. But you're able to admit that. That's the thing. You're able to admit that. That's the first step. What they say, we all joke about it. The first thing is to admit that you have a problem. Okay, you admitted it. So we just started today, brother. We are here with you, right? um, you know, that's a strong point there, Noble. And people have to learn certain things. Oh my God, why is it gratitude? You're not noble. You're not noble. You're not Bernard. You're not Gina Marie. You're not Gail. Everybody has their own issue that they have, and this is what this space is for. To do this right here for you guys to come up and then admit it out loud. Because guess what? You're able to do it here, and nobody's coming for you. You see what I'm saying? So I love this. This is what it's all about. So I really like this. So next, um, core fact says hard allowing someone that has done you wrong a second chance to make it right. Well, for me, honestly, it depends on who it is. If you were an associate in the first place, I don't know. I'm good. I'm still deleting numbers off my phone. I have over 300 numbers in my phone. Do I really need them? No. And so, yes, on some end, some people says core facts that some people deserve a second chance. That depends on to me, for me, who that person is and what did they bring to our relationship before they did that. So, I can understand where you're coming from. Um, I can definitely understand where you're coming from on that. That's That's some good stuff. And this is what I want this space to be about, guys. For all of us to come in here and just be like, hey, let's do this. And so Wally says, receiving assistance. I have that do it yourself attitude. You know what? Me being in school now has definitely humbled me. Me doing this YouTube thing has definitely humbled me, Wally, because I need help from Gail. I need help from Uncle Stu. I need help from Noble, Big Mike Drop. I need help from Suzette Speaks. I need help from Gina Marina. Yeah, Marina, and I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so wrong. Forgive me for that, sis. But, there's going to be some hard shows that I do. I'm not going to be coming for nobody, but I'll be coming for the subjects. That's just a footnote. But the do-it-yourself attitude, yeah, I've been there a lot of times, and it's gotten me. I went left more so have been right. The do-it-yourself attitude I apply to nobody's going to go to school for me. Nobody's going to wake me up in the morning to go to work. Nobody's going to make me be a husband. I have to do that. It's not my wife's job to make me be a husband. It's not my grandson's job to make me be a grandfather. It's not my son's job to make me be a father, or my daughter's job. That's when I apply it. So it goes back to knowing where to put certain situations in your life. If that helps you, Wally, that's how I did it with do-it-yourself attitude. You got to know when to do it. When nobody's around, yeah, you got to do it yourself. You're in survival mode, right? Flight or fight. So I appreciate you admitting that to the chat and everybody in the world, man. Thank you so much for that. And back to world class. Here we go, guys. Here it is. He said himself, from 245 to 253 max. Now he's down to 152 pounds. I do not have the hand clap, but everybody in the chat, please put a hand clap for that brother, because people don't understand how hard it is to lose weight by yourself without a trainer, and all the bad food is what? Cheap. The dollar menu, the dollar store, Family Dollar, Dollar General. Big shout out to OG Patrice. How you doing, sis? How you doing, big sis? Good to see you. Very good to see you. It's all love over here. We just talk about everyday life over here. We just give suggestions over here. This is not being professionally said, but yes, give a big shout out to this brother. Y'all see this on the thing right here, wrong way. There we go, right there. Right there. That's powerful. That's hard to do. I had to do it myself. With my wife saying, I'm not giving up my pork. I'm gonna eat my bacon. And I'm not throwing her under the bus, and she laughs about it too, but it's just like, it's still not her fault. It's still not her fault. I have to take upon myself, know if I got gout, and possible I saw my grandmother. I didn't get to see my grandfather, her husband, but she could not go to her own husband's funeral because they both got their legs amputated because of sugar. I can't make this up. So when you hear those stories and you see your grandmother like that because of sugar, yeah. Big shout out to Noble for that. Big shout out to Noble. Clifton Hurdle, what's up, big bro? I grew up with that brother right there, man. Y'all show him some love. And hey, bro, you should be grateful. You should be grateful. World class, you really should, man. When you're doing stuff by yourself, guys, it's hard because there's nobody there. And when these lights cut out, and when you close your eyes, even if you're laying beside your husband or wife, and when you get up in the middle of the night and they're asking you what's wrong, you saying nothing. You just go in the bathroom. You're really not using the bathroom. You just sitting there. Yeah. That stuff right there is hard. Big shout out to Noble for that. Big shout out to Noble for that, man. So let's get into it. Let's get back into it. I don't want to hold you guys too much on a Saturday. Now, we had got through 2 questions. This one's going to hit. I don't think this is going to apply to a lot of the people in the chat. I don't. but people in the chat know where this is going. Here's the next question: are you looking for answers on social media? Uh-oh. The chat is undefeated. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to the comments now. I'm gonna let my chat handle that. But you need to answer that. And a lot of you are messing up by doing that. I will say that. It's not really good. Seeking ye shall find. Okay? If you're seeking gossip and then that same gossip person is trying to give advice, it's kind of contradicting. You need to seek a person that's all they talk about is self-help. If you can afford things, that's just a suggestion from me, but I'll let the chat deal with that. Because I know Gail, world class, Jana Marie, I know all of us have seen it. Like, yeah, man, they going to. I can't believe they won't say asking that fool that question. Fool lives in the Bible, so I don't mind saying it. Okay. So, are you looking for answers on social media? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. If you are, just be careful. Is all I'll say. Be careful, and we're going to get to this next, and we're not going to hang on it long because everybody in chat already know this. This is what it is. So now, this is where the questions get deep. Here's the next question. This is something that everybody needs to learn. This is why I'm doing this channel for stuff like this. What are your triggers? See, let me go back to Jenny Marie. Let's see. The only answers I look for on social media are recipes, organizational ideas, and health tips. I know that's I know that's right. That's safe. That's real. The recipes be off the chains because y'all look. Nova go. Well, I don't know. No, I think Nova's like me too. So we're both like vegan. So yeah, I've been on Jana. Look, Jenny. I'm saying Jana. Jenny. Let me tell you. Yes, mushrooms can taste like fried chicken. Yes, I've done it. Air fryer. Yes. Very true. Very good point, Jenny. Very good point. And Wally. Yes, answers come from anywhere, but in few mouths. Come on. You have to choose and know what you hear. Listen. I say this to my kids all the time. My niece, my brother Clifton, his daughter is like, I call her my niece. She calls me Uncle Bernard. So sometimes you have to hear with your eyes and see with your ears. I'm just gonna let it. Sometimes you have to hear with your eyes and see with your ears. We'll let it settle. I really do like these answers. And so you have look, guys. If we don't do anything else, this thing is about this. What are your triggers? This is to help me and you. I learn from you guys. This is what I call real life support. I don't call the machine life support. I call life support is life to life. When somebody is helping me or I'm helping them, I call that life support. Right? That's why I can make you or break you. Now let's talk about the triggers and how triggers are started. So let's talk about what are your triggers. You have to learn that. And most of you guys that have been married or been in a long-time relationship, your spouse knows those triggers, or even down to your kids, or your brother or sister, or even your mother or your family. A lot of people know your triggers. Question is, how are you handling that? Do you know your triggers? We have to jump on that. This is what it is, people. How are you handling your triggers? Oh, so I got two big bros in here. I didn't know my other big brother, Corfax. That dude, been knowing that dude all my life. When I was 4, my mom allowed him to walk me up the street and around the block. That's how long he. In fact, he was my first roommate, best friend. My two best friends are up here from the neighborhood. So yes, y'all are getting family, and my family. Those two brothers are getting my YouTube family here. So please welcome these brothers, and brothers welcome my other digital family here. Um, so those triggers. Let's go back to them. Here we go. So here's what usually happens when a trigger is usually it can happen this way. So here's the first one: a location. Somebody can mention a location, or you can go to the location, be it a house or an area where something happened. Location, it trigger things, right? Now I'm gonna add to the location, right? Watch this. Watch how I add to the location part of it. I'm also going to add to location um, the position you're in. See, this is where it gets froggy. For women, how you're laying. Men, the position you're in, right? Because that's going to go into my next one I have coming up. It's called Expectations versus Unconditional Trust. That's going to be the next video I do. This is going to be continue to be a series about maybe a 3-part series, because in the next series I'm going to do I got 10. They're going to be called mirror questions. They're going to make you deal with yourself. They're called mirror questions. So location can trigger things. You ride by your old neighborhood, or where you lost that fight, or every time you know the location of an airport. Location triggers things. That's why I'm getting you guys to write these things down, right? So let me go back to the chat. Back to Wally. Here we go. My triggers is when people say the most outlandish things out their mouths. Demon Time for me once said, but I had my moment of walking away, and that's big. Silence can speak very loud, and walking away can too. Silence is also an action. It's the unheard, right? Walking away is not being in their presence. You're walking away from their presence. Good job, Wally. Big shout out to you, man. Everybody that comes with something like this, I'm celebrating you guys, because I don't think a lot of us get celebrated enough. And this is where I want you guys to be able to come and get celebrated, because that's how in most relationships, cheating and affairs happen. Watch this. We're going to get back on track. People don't know how to talk to their spouse or best friend or their longtime partner, okay, or your cousins. You have to learn how to talk to people. Take the time to do that, right? So let's go back to it, man. Let's get into it. So here's number two. Number two, time. Time is a trigger. I did some research on this, read a nice book or two, and did some research. Time is a trigger. A certain time of day, right? Certain time of day. A time of year. Let me give you an example. My mother. The year I was born, my grandmother died on Thanksgiving Day. So for years, Thanksgiving Day for my mother was incredibly hard. Mind you, she went to my grandmother's grave every day for a whole year after she died. But that time of year, Thanksgiving Day, a holiday at that. Some of you and some people you might know have experienced that. So time is a trigger where I would see my mom do her best and I couldn't even tell because she was so focused on family, me and my brother and my father and our family. Time is a trigger. A lot of people don't realize that. A time of year when somebody in your life passed away, or the time of year when it's their birthday and they would have been. Time is a trigger. Okay. Need to understand that. I think that's very important for people to know. This is why I'm here to help you guys do that and get that. And so, I hope y'all are getting a lot out of this. Let me go back to the chat right quick. Jive turkeys trigger me. He didn't go back to the 70s word, did he, y'all? You trying to jive me, man. We got to have fun up here, guys. Jive turkeys trigger me. Old men with pickup trucks. Babies with soggy Pampers triggers. See, this is why we do what we do right here. We can talk about things that help us and laugh at the same time. I love it. Corfax, he says, a certain smell can be a trigger. Yes, it can. Smells can. He is so right on that. So I would smell certain rose bushes or something. It'll remind me when I was a child and I would be near my church that me and Corfax and Clifton grew up in, right? It was just certain smells, perfumes you like, man, it's my grandma. That was what, yes, smells are a big trigger. Very much so. Very good point there, Corfax. Yeah. I didn't even put that in there. So y'all need to write that down. Smells is one. Every time you smell some candy yams, you're like, man, grandma, smell some collard greens. Oh my God, my mother. Or smells are a very big one. And I'm gonna go there. Luckily, I've never dated a woman who's wore the same perfume as another. Crazy. But you walk by, you smell that guy, he's smelling like some 1990s Curve, cologne. You're like, wait a minute, he smell like that teenage dude. He's smelling like some Dracar. some people say Yoke, or he's smelling like some Jew. Right? So yes, music is also a trigger. Very much a trigger. Very much. Winter is especially hard for me. January, March. I introspect and try to correct the errors to make the new better. Gotcha. I gotcha. I see you laughing at me, world class. No, it's facts though, man. Music, it's certain music that sends me into like in the bliss. Like I can't even explain it. You guys know what I'm talking about. So music and smells. Look, my brothers are coming through today. Y'all need to write those down. I'm writing them down as we speak because those are good points. Smells and music. And of course, the ones that I have are, they didn't put that in there, but they were just going off the basics, I guess. But these are very good ones. I need you guys to probably write those down. Music is very much a trigger. I don't need to be listening to 10 Crack Commandments by Biggie Smalls, and I'm not really trusting the guy that I'm dealing with right now. Even your mom will jump out the bush. I don't. That's gonna really influence me not to trust that guy, right? So music is very strong. Let's keep it a buck. Right? So let's keep it 100 on that. So very good points, guys. So back to, like I said, to the time one, let's do that. Time, music, and, smells, very much so. Definitely going to add those. And the next one is, your emotional state triggers things, stress or bad moods. So every time you get mad, where do you go first? Are you grabbing a gun? You grabbing a knife? Are you talking about hurting yourself? Are you talking about going to go hurt somebody who hurt you years ago because they can be your pillow or your way out with your emotional state or your stress or bad moods? See? Triggers. This is what this show is about, man, to help us. Is and let me go back to Gail right quick, being though we're on number 3. Let me go back to Gail. Speaking of music, I can listen to Money World now, but I still kind of makes me sad when I hear Good Lies, R.I.P. Yeah. That Good Lies by Kevin Samuels. Yeah. That got a lot of people for a while. It's like, and I can only imagine how his daughter felt, or his mother, who's probably going back and watching all the videos her son did that she didn't even know he had did. So yes, good point. Oh my goodness, y'all got me dying in this chat. Here we go in the chat. I gotta bring it up. The world class boogers are the worst. I can deal with anything except that. Y'all know y'all had that one dude in the class, right? He just didn't care like kindergarten. Probably about around 6th grade, they'll stop. But some of them don't. They just be going in, don't even care. They look at it, then they, all right. I gotta eat later on. Let me stop. I'd be like, bro, we all watching you, right? You almost got your whole hand up your nose. I'm glad we can laugh, man. I'm loving this. So, like, bro, you got your whole hand up your big nose, just grabbing everything you can. I see you, Corfax. Sounds trigger. Yes, a scratch on the chalkboard. Man, sounds. But I can tell you what sounds can do if you're in a big old house by yourself. Big old house. I'm just using broken English right now. Big old house, and you hear some noise. Oh, that will trigger some fear. Let me tell you something. I don't care how hard you are or who you think you are. You would not look cool trying to get away to hear a sound outside and you don't know what it is, or you're in the house and you will not look cool trying to get away. I'm just saying. And I really thought this live was gonna be more serious than this, but this is what we all needed. I love this when it's freaking out. But bruh, you ever been somewhere you be like, my wife will almost delete herself. She see a bug in the car. She is pulling on the side of the road, screaming. What just happened? It's a bug. We'd be on the phone. She'd drop the phone. Be like, oh Lord. I'd be like, where you at? Where you at? What's wrong? My baby be like, it's a bug in here. Oh my God. I don't do no bugs. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you. Hey, look, it's like that, right? It's some certain things that trigger you, and you be like, you're just not gonna look cool trying to get away. So, he said the stomping roaches count as a sound. Oh, you guys are getting it in today, man. Now this goes back to a show that I plan on doing with Corfax, my cousin, my brother-in-law, Mandrill, Thanos. All of them were in the army. I can understand that. Trying to figure out if it's a gunshot or fireworks, because this time of year, and I saw your point too. He said, "Stand in Maryland." I saw you. That could be a trigger for somebody who's been to war. And that is scary. You don't know nowadays. And around 4th of July, you hear fireworks up until about the end of July sometimes. I'm still hearing them, believe it or not. And you wonder, it's like, who is shooting fireworks 1 o'clock in the morning? So it's like, it can't be fireworks. And then you hear the, okay, really? Because at first you don't hear that. So yes, triggers. We have to know our triggers, people. Um, so that's a big thing. I like that. Thank you so much, brother, at that. So yeah, so thank you at that. So let's get through this. Let's get through this thing. I'm not gonna hold you guys all day. Here's a one. Here's another trigger. Man, this is it right here. I might have to stop. And actually, this is the last one before I give my suggestions on how to get through this. This right here, I'm surprised most of us on this chat are living. Noble, Clifton, my man Zoe up here, all of you, Wally, Jenny, get this one right here. That trigger right there. I'm just gonna lean back in the chair because y'all don't understand. Some of the things some of us had to do that we would not even admit because of people influence. I got in a fight because of what? I'm gonna bring this up publicly. One time me and Cliff were somewhere and this guy ran up on him. I had ran to the house to get the knife. By the time I came, back, and I did just say that word because I want to make sure it wasn't another word. He's like, man, you ran on me. But what Cliff never knew, he never knew I did see that guy again. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I never said anything. Oh, he saw me again. People influence. Let me tell you something. A lot of us been in a situation where you like, I can't believe I let this clown talk me into this. If I survive this, I might get you. Bruh, sister, your cousins that you know you shouldn't be with, you know that you just know they shady. You know they shady. Oh, that one dude, people influence, man, that's a whole nother conversation. Said mothers trigger people the most. You just like your daddy. Oh, hey, blow the whistle, time out. You look just like your dad. I don't want to look like him. A lot of people can be triggers, but people influence, man. I'm exactly, Jenny. Exactly. Don't let another human be your detriment. Exactly. Facts. You know what? She gets one for that. Hold up. I got something for that. I do a little something here too. She gets this right here. Facts. You get some lightning on that. I did a little something, Noble, Gail. I got a little something in the background. I ain't got much. I'm working on it. But yeah, you get facts on that. Celebrities do trigger people. It's a lot of things. The influence of people. That a lot of us have had this conversation. Gail and Noble have been, and Jenny. Wally too, a lot of you guys in this digital space we've already been in these conversations. That's the problem. You have an athlete who's good at being an athlete trying to be a leader in something that he has nothing to do with. And this is not what they do. Other words, I don't want a foot doctor operating on my heart. Brother or sister, stay in your lane. So triggers, yes. You say it's the graphics. Hey man, I try to keep it consistent with the screen back here. Everybody says they like it, so I try to keep it consistent. So yes. Oh Lord, she done took it there. Here we go. Our parents can be a huge trigger. The wrong aspects of their behavior can influence us for years. All right, you know what? I got another one too. She gonna get this one now. She gonna get the other one. Hold up. Hold up. She gonna get this one. She gonna get this one right here. Jenny, this for you.
Facts. Damn.
The truth is so uncomfortable.
That's all I got to say about that. I just let the thing speak. I didn't speak. Oh boy, we having fun up here. Parents, going back to Noah, if y'all go to his channel, he talks about the genius years of kids, 0 to 7. She is very much on point with that right there. Or even your guardians, for some of you who did not get raised by your parents watching this. That right there. That right there. Going back to my brother Cliff, he goes, fast food is a trigger. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There are scientists that work at these food places that we buy in the store and for these fast food companies that make you want more of what you're eating. They have scientists that work for them. Different set of scientists they work for cologne companies. That smell triggers something. Even a married woman said, you smell good. You just got a moment out of her that she really didn't want. That's why she said, because I really don't want to say this. Or even a guy for that matter. Yes. Back to Noble, but they scream at the entertainers to use your platform too. Exactly. 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 Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. So that's why that one was the last one, because that right there is very powerful. It's ridiculously powerful, and I'm making sure I'm not missing anything here. But people influence. Damn, let me tell you something. Let's get to some suggestions here as we wind this up. All right, thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. Y'all, all of you guys are just making this easy for me, and I really do appreciate it. And so before I get into some suggestions, let me see how many of them that I have. I only have like well, actually I got one last question, and this is for you two to write down. Who are you really? Who are you by yourself really? I just pose questions because I asked myself these questions. I didn't like most of the answers, but these questions I put out in public because I know it helped me, and I'm a hard head. Okay, being honest, I'm a hard head. So with that, that's the last question for you guys. Ask yourself, who are you really? And so we're going to go into a 14-second commercial break. Really, it's just an intro to what's to come. I am working on the #1 young lady in America boxing as we speak. Just talked to her dad yesterday. I might go get some footage today or tomorrow. She's, I think her name is only like 15, honor roll, principals list, and plays cello or violin, and will get you in the boxing ring and shut you down. So this is going to be part of that right here, of me doing this right here. Here we go. All right, that's that right there. And so that's the thing right there. So we got some documentary. West Side Kulik, what is up, my guy? What is going on, man? What is up? Hey, Drop his link, guys. Drop his link. Corfax will be having something where he can drop his link to World Class and Jenny and Gail. You know, I'm gonna have you guys rolling through. Gail, I'm glad you think that's nice because you're gonna be part of that. Because me and you talked a while ago. You have a story to tell, as much as you want to tell. I think a lot of you have a story to tell. So I plan on get a few of you guys up here because you guys can help some others. Westside Cool It, man, what is going on? How are you doing, brother? Thank you for popping in. We were just winding up. We was up here cutting up, man. You know, we were just talking about triggers. I'm gonna go back through all of them, and you know, we're gonna go there. And so, you know, here's the thing. Here's the only suggestion I have, and I got it from Jordan Peterson. If you want to start changing things and dealing with your triggers and helping yourself, this comes from a doctor in psychology, Jordan Peterson. KS followed him a lot. He's the one who put me on to him. He kept mentioning him, and I've been following ever since. But start by doing this. Start by cleaning your room. Yeah. Look around you. Look at your car. It's a reflection of your mind. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna sit back and let that settle. Look at your room or rooms, your house, your apartment, your car, your desk at work. It's a reflection of your mind. Start by cleaning your room. When he said this, it went viral because it helped millions of people off a simple task. You are a reflection of what's going on. This looks great. Now, could I turn this around and not be embarrassed? Yeah, I kind of could, but it's what we call neat junk. It's what I call neat junk. I named it neat junk in your mind, right? Neat junk. It's neat. It's space, right? But at least when you clean your room, you know where everything is. Neat junk, you kind of know where everything is. Transfer that into your psyche. Goes back to what Noble talked about, organize. That's why they're called what? Like Noble said, organs. I'm telling y'all where I got this info from. I'm not trying to sound deep and like I got it from me. I got that from Noble. He put it into perspective. Organize. When your organs are disorganized or disorganized, now you need an operation, hoping that you can put it back like it was, or it will heal itself. In some situations, it won't. So that's just so deep in footnote on that. Organize. Start by cleaning your room. Okay? Start by cleaning your room. I'm telling you guys, start by cleaning your room. Get to know you. So let's go back through them real quick. Let's go back through the questions real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to the chat. First, we started off with the You series. This is about you learning you. Then we went to how have your feelings and your emotions helped you become the person you are now? All right, we went through that. All right, I'm trying to keep it up here at least 30 seconds for most people that might be coming back through and watching the end. All right. What is hard for you that would make you a better person? What's the second question? All right. All right. What is hard for you that would make you a better person? Right. All right. We just there. Here we go with the other one. Are you looking for your answers on social media? Right. A lot of you are. Westside Cool It. That's up here. Gail, Noble, the World Class. And I'm sure a lot of you are too, because Corfax, I know you got your master's, and I know Jenny, you just graduated, and all of you guys pushed me to go to school. I got to go all the way up to calculus. But anyway, those guys, those people that I just named, they're researchers. So they'll tell you, what are you looking for? Are you looking for your answers on social media? Those people I just named in this chat, they'll tell you probably, hell no. Yeah, I had to scratch, Jibbit, jibbit. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I'm just saying that's when I'll use the word like that specifically. You have to research, know yourself. So the next question was, what are your triggers? And let me add the ones that my brothers added: smell, music, right? And, you know, those are just great. Smell and music. That alone, the smell, it would take you back to ooh, and music. So that was one of the triggers that I'm adding to the ones that I already have. And here's the other one: location, where you might see you go back to the house or the area where your house used to be. It's not there anymore. Location, that's a trigger. All right. Let's go back to time, a certain time of year, a certain time of day, a seasonal time, right? A time when you have to go somewhere every day, or time. It's a certain time that triggers stuff. Let's go to 3 right quick. Emotional state, stress, or bad moods triggers things. What are you grabbing for? What are you grabbing for when you get to that point? Who are you punching, or who used to punch you growing up? We can go there. I just have to make it what it is, right? Next one, people influence. Some of us are still smoking from the burning house that we jumped out of from dealing with people in hot situations. We jumped out smoking like we were just on fire. Barely made it out. So salute to everybody in this chat who's been through these situations, or even going through it right now. You can make it. Everybody in this chat is pushing you. I'm pushing you. But a lot of us in this chat, we've been through the fire. All right. The suggestion was start by cleaning your room. Start by cleaning up. Clean one thing up or one situation up at a time. Finances, whatever. You can do this. We can do this. This is what this village is for up here that I have right here. These wonderful people in the chat. All right. And last question was, who are you by yourself really? Answer those questions. Answer those questions, people. Yes, that is facts. That is facts, world class. That is facts. You gave a checklist and GPS location to triggers. Gotta know your boiling or breaking point and where it comes from. Facts. I appreciate it, man. I'm just look. Let me tell you guys, man. I care about you guys enough to do this. So, organized chaos. Yes. Yes, organized chaos. There's nothing worse than it, Jenny. Organized chaos is something else, right? So, I must be doing something right, y'all, because I got some unwanted people in the chat or whatever this is, right? Oh my goodness. So anyway, I have moderators to deal with that, and yeah, whatever. That's great. I'm going somewhere, y'all. So this is what the show was about today. It was about helping people with triggers. I'm glad this is a space, thanks to Gail, my wife, people like my wife, Gail, who are easygoing, Jenny. You need the balance. You got to have the balance. And I wanted to create a space where everybody could feel safe. Be yourself. Come over here and just be like, you know what? I had a ball over here and I learned something, or we learned something. I'm just giving suggestions. That's all I can do. I'm no better than you, right? And I learn from you guys. So one of my next series that's coming up, like I said, is going to be expectations versus unconditional trust. That's going to be a fire one. That's gonna be a fire one. I'm gonna make sure of it. And so, with that being said, I just hope you guys really enjoyed, like I did, this this live. I really enjoyed it, man. You guys made it easy for me. I'm glad you guys showed up on a Saturday. You could be anywhere else except here with me or us. So we're gonna get out of here, and you know, I appreciate it. I really do. And next time I'm going to drop the link where we have more time. And I'm looking at making 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings my slot, Gail, because I know me, you, and it might drop and some other people are talking about people's schedules. So I'm looking more at 10 o'clock. So I won't interfere with Suzette at 12, and then I'll pick probably like a Wednesday or something during the week and maybe a Sunday. So that's where we at, Gail. You know, I know you're not used to this Gail being in blue, right? I got to fix that quick, real quick, right? Yeah, so we gonna fix that right after the show. So I really thank you guys for coming out. And if you can, world class, before I get off of here, can you drop everybody's link that has a YouTube channel in here? And Corfax will be getting yours soon, Sir Zoe. I don't know what you want me to call you, so but Sir Zoe for now, because he does have the Lobby podcast. He does have that. So everybody else that has a YouTube channel, if you could do that for me, drop that in the link for me there, Noble, and I would appreciate that. And I really enjoyed you guys, man. So I got to work on the outro and all that stuff and all that. So with that being said, you guys have a great day, because I don't know when you're going to watch this. A great weekend, a great week. And let me see what I did put for the show. Maybe I did. I usually try to do some last statements. So let's end with something. Let's end with something. Actually, we're going to end with this. I don't even have to look it up. All you can do is be yourself. Why? Because everybody else is already taken. I'm Bernard S. Peace.